Right, today it's our third. See, I feel like I have to go like this.
Maybe let's just like...
Yeah, and we'll go like this. So it's our third instalment of all our favourite girls on the grind. And today we have not only a personal friend, but makeup guru.
Mm-hmm.
We are in awe.
Social media influencer.
Yeah.
Makeup extraordinaire.
Yes! We love it. Molly Wareham.
Okay, tell them your handle so they
my
can find you.
handle on Instagram is Beautybymols.
Of course, like we didn't know already.
You already know.
We'll add it in like the description and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, shall we?
So we're going to just find out a bit more about Molly and how she got to what she's doing and the future plans and tips and tricks.
Some like tea, maybe.
Some juicy
goss.
goss. So yeah, keep watching to find out some more. Okay, should we just get started?
Yeah.
So, okay, who are you?
Yeah.
What do you do? Where are you from? Just for anyone that doesn't know, although they probably already do.
Okay, so I'm Molly. I'm 22, and I do Instagram makeup on Instagram.
So what do you call yourself? You're a makeup artist? Are you an MUA?
I like
Is that what they call them? A MUA? I always call it a
MUA. Yeah, MUA.
I was like, oh, she's a MUA. And I didn't know it's a makeup
Yeah,
artist.
coming from the girl that calls emojis emojis though.
Well, I don't know
That's
anything. Yeah. Well, now I feel like I'm forcefully having to say the real thing.
Wow.
Now I'm confused which one actually then.
But what are you then? What do you
I would
call
describe myself as a makeup artist or an artist, but I know some makeup artists are a bit funny, like if you're not
Yeah.
like a fully trained makeup artist and you don't like do other people's
You
makeup.
do like a
know.
lot of like theatrically kind of not. Is
Yeah.
that what it's called? Like
special effects?
special effects.
Yeah, I
like,
like to do special effects and like just like I feel like I call it like creative. Like
Yeah.
creative.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it's
the right
not
word.
it's not like everyday makeup. Like even my eyeshadow is like
yeah.
a lot of the time it's not like every day. Like, I wouldn't do it every day.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. So, because I guess a makeup, just like an MUA, to me would be someone that would maybe like do you makeup
Like
for like
a
a night
prom.
out or like prom or
Yeah.
something.
Because I know some people get their makeup done for like nights out.
Just
They
like
actually
every
get it done.
weekend.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy,
To
especially to us.
us, because I literally have 3 products like eyebrows,
Yeah.
foundation, and mascara, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, I realised this morning that I was using the same concealer and mascara that I got for Christmas last year, and it's still going.
To be fair though, I definitely because products go out of like date.
Mm.
But
Oh,
I
Ellie
don't
doesn't care
really.
about that.
I know. Well, to be honest, I don't really.
I've got palettes from when I was about 16.
No, that's gross.
That is, I know that's gross.
I say because I've had stuff that I've had like a couple of years and I'm just like it's fine.
Oh, it's
Well,
just
it's
a
fine.
waste of money, isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly. And I just feel like it still works like how it did.
Exactly.
It's not causing
that's the
any
problem.
ill effects. So.
At the moment,
Well,
I
Ellie
don't
has
have
things
that.
like lip balms from like 2015. Like, that's
Yeah,
what
that's
she
it.
does.
That is gross, I know that, but I barely ever put it on anyway, so... But anyway...
Oh my god, I gotta tell you something.
Oh god,
You left
here's
one
a
of your-
tangent.
Yeah, I left one of your EOS from New York in my handbag.
Did you use it?
Threw it away. Disgusting. You showed it from New York.
We went to New York ages
Like
ago.
4 years ago.
Exactly. And I thought this is my perfect opportunity to throw it in the bin.
God damn
So
it.
I think I did. I just threw it in the bin. 'cause
Well, I
don't know
bought some
where
new
it went.
Vaseline last week.
Oh, that's good.
Wow.
Anyway, that was our first bloody tangent. Right. So, you're a makeup artist,
Yeah.
and how did you begin with that? Like, are you self-trained? Are you self-taught?
Self-taught. I feel like there's a number of factors that like brought me to where I am now. So like I started watching like I remember getting like my first makeup when I was like probably like 12, 13
Yeah.
at school and like everyone started wearing like foundation and everything.
Dream at Mousse.
Yeah,
Dream at Mousse.
I remember like had like Natural Collection foundation.
Oh, yeah.
As like my first one.
I think
Awful.
I actually used concealer as foundation because my mum wouldn't let me. And it was like a lipstick.
Oh, you guys
Yeah.
do what-
That's what I've done
It's like
today.
a
I'm not...
lipstick.
Remember when you used to literally wear like concealer as
Oh,
lipstick?
Oh yeah, everyone loved
Oh,
that.
That was a whole thing. No, but anyway, yeah, I started by like watching YouTube videos. Started watching like Tanya Burr, like Zoella.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
People,
Zoella.
they were like my first.
Love
And now I
it.
look back and I'm like
Yeah.
Tanya Burr was obviously great, but like at the time, but yeah, I started like getting into it then, and I was like quite interested in it, and I was like trying it out, and then I think it was like that for like a very long time, just like very basic makeup. My auntie and my cousins used to get me like eyeshadow palettes for like Christmas and stuff, so I feel like that's where I started,
Yeah.
like, you know, playing with stuff a bit more. And then, I'm trying to think what else happened. Well, like, I kind of started thinking, like, oh, I actually really enjoy doing this. Probably when I was, like, 16, 17. I was like, oh, like, I want to, like, practice a bit more. And then, to be honest, I didn't properly get into it until I was maybe, like, 19. I started my Instagram account in 2018, like end of 2018, and like at that point I didn't even know how to do like a cut crease. Like I learned like maybe like
join the club.
Honestly, Molly, my eyeshadow palette, I just got this.
Yeah.
Like honestly, actually, I have got one eyeshadow brush.
Oh, get you.
Please teach us.
Yeah, I will. I'll give you like an idea.
So like maybe when Corona's over, you can give us a masterclass.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That was what we originally wanted you to do, but obviously we can't do that at the moment.
Rona don't want to be all up in
touching people's faces.
Yeah,
exactly. So it started in 2018, did you say?
Yeah, my Instagram account did, and then because I kind of got the inspiration from my friend Abby, who also does makeup. Yeah, I went to uni with her. And she had like an account, so I was like, oh, I might do that. And then I saw like another girl called Rebecca who did like a 31 Days of Halloween. I saw that and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. And it just like inspired me to like, I was like, you know, I'm gonna make a makeup account.
When was your first 31 Days of Halloween? Was it last year?
Last year, yeah, last year. I think I started my makeup account the October before because I started doing a few like special effects makeup just on like a normal Instagram, and then I was like, I feel like I'm annoying people who don't care.
Yeah, give them the space to choose to see it.
Yeah, and then I thought, you know, then I can post on my account and not be like nervous to post because it's like that's what that account is made for. So you know, if you're following it, then that's what you sign up for. But yeah, and then it kind of just went from there really, and I just started learning more because like once you start following people like with that same makeup interest, you really like pick up loads of tips and tricks just from other people in the makeup community, not like big YouTubers or anything, just like general like other people like me. Yeah. And you like pick up loads of stuff and you just pick it up. Like it is literally just like practice, and that's kind of just snowballed from there really.
So we know obviously that you've been to uni, and tell us a bit about that because you studied something that wasn't makeup.
Yeah.
And are you? I mean, we'll get into the future later on, but when did you make the decision to be like, okay, I think I'm going to like focus, because you were doing both at the same time. You were finishing uni and obviously trying to build your online presence at the same time.
Yeah.
At what point did you say like, okay, I'm going to give this just as much effort as I am like the other thing that you were doing?
I feel like, well, I did sociology and criminology at uni at Birmingham City. And I just did that because it's funny because I'd applied to do a makeup course. Like at another university in Birmingham, but I got rejected.
What?
I got rejected.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, because I didn't do like, artistic enough A levels.
Right. Okay.
Because obviously the school we went to like is very like push academics, so I did academics at A level, so I didn't have like that sort of thing, and they just like flat out were like, no.
Imagine if they like looked at you now and be like, shit.
No, literally.
I wish that they would go off talent and their experience instead.
Exactly. I literally want to ring them and be like, I'm working with some huge brands now.
Yeah, like they probably would have liked to be able to say that you went to their uni and trained with them.
Exactly. I feel like now I'm like, I was looking at their like Instagram and stuff, and I just thought like, I've learnt so much more on my own than I think I would have ever learnt with you anyway.
Well, maybe it was a
blessing
in disguise then. You would have maybe wasted your time.
Well, actually my friend Abby, who I started uni with, she did that course the year I had my gap year, and she was like, she didn't really learn anything from it, like she was like already knew everything we were teaching. I think it's very like based from basics, but I thought that was funny that we ended up doing the same course together.
That is so cool.
But yeah.
So yes, when did you decide to start focusing more time on doing your makeup?
I just feel like I didn't have my priorities right with uni, and I just like, I've always been very like, if I want to do something, I will do it.
Yeah.
And like, I was really interested in doing makeup, so it kind of took like a forefront in my mind, and there was no real like click of like, well, there has been recently, like I've been like, oh okay, I really want to like focus on this, like especially with Corona and like recently graduating and not having a job. I was like, right, now's the time to do it if you're going to do it. But like with uni, I was just like, I did find it quite easy to balance the two. I feel like my uni, I don't know, it was never that intense. Like we had the work at like the end of each term. That was like a month, a few weeks of intensity. But other than that, like throughout the terms, I don't think it was ever really like you showed up to uni and that was pretty much you had readings and stuff, but
Yeah, no, we get that, but there was a lot of time. You could focus your energy on it for a couple of weeks at a time, and then that was kind of it, and the rest of the time you had time to do what you wanted
if I wasn't
to do.
at uni,
I do feel like it's like that with academic courses though. Like with ours, it's quite spread out, isn't it?
Yeah, coursework ongoing, but if it's like, if it's something
you
where
have
it's like a
exams?
yes and a no.
I did have exams, but then got out of exams. So I just did coursework instead. But again, it's like, because I'm not very good at I'm not very good at starting things early, because I just don't do it, because I'm like, I still got time. I definitely work better. I work better under pressure. Yeah, I do it in the last week, because I'm like, then I have to do it, and I know I will do. Like, I don't get stressed because like I know because it has to get done. So like I know I'll do it.
Yeah.
So I've been great at time management.
Nice. So for you, it was quite easy to be able to do both at the same time.
Yeah, because I didn't have a job, so I did I feel like I balanced it quite well. I didn't really struggle, to be fair. I feel like I shouldn't say that. I should be like, it was really difficult, but it wasn't. Like I did find it pretty easy to do.
I think when you obviously you love doing makeup, you always will find the time for it.
Yeah, it's like a hobby. It's a hobby. Like it's something like instead of sitting on the sofa and like watching telly.
Yeah,
I'd rather go and do that, and then I can watch telly later. Like stuff like that.
Well, at least it's something productive anyway.
Yeah.
So when did it start getting big? Like when did it start? The followers started coming in, and you're thinking, wow, like this is actually a thing. Like this is happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When did that start?
So when I started growing, so like the December of 2018.
Yeah.
I only had like a couple hundred followers, like just people we knew really.
Yeah.
And then I did like a James Charles recreation.
I remember.
Yeah, and that just like blew up. Like, I mean, now I wouldn't consider it blowing up quite the same, but like at the time I was like, oh my god, it had like, I remember like after like 24 hours. Because I remember the first 3 hours I posted it wasn't doing very well, and I was really disappointed because I'd like done it all on Christmas Day with my new like James Charles palette. And then like after 3 hours it like barely got any likes, and I was like, oh, I shouldn't have posted it in the morning. And then it suddenly just like picked up out of nowhere. I think like hashtags and stuff had picked it up. So that kind of blew up, and like James Charles saw it and everything.
Yeah, we were going to ask about this.
Yeah.
So did James Charles, he shared it, didn't he?
I think he just I got shared on like some, just like a page that used to like share like New Year's and stuff like that, so I call it New Year's. And then he liked that picture, and then
because back then on Instagram you could see who's liked what, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You can't see that now, can you?
Oh, see, I can still see on mine.
No, it's like, you know that page that says
the following,
you can see that. You can see that.
Yeah, and people were tagging me like, oh, he's liked this picture, and I was like, oh, wow. And then I did another recreation of his, and he liked the 2 pictures I posted of that on my page.
Wow. So I feel like at that point James Charles was like the big dog in makeup.
It was kind of before all that nonsense with like cancel culture with him started.
Yeah.
So he was like,
I just remember everyone was like wanting the James Charles palette at that time.
I still think that's a great palette. I think I definitely recommend it. And I like James Charles, like I always like.
Oh, so do we.
I love it.
I just love watching his stories. I just think he's a really interesting character.
I think he seems like, I just get like good vibes from him. So I'm just like, I like him, and I feel like a lot of his scandals are a bit like.
I do feel bad for him because some shit's happened, but.
Yeah, but some of it now has like come out as in like that was all of it.
Bloody fly! I'm gonna kill it.
Like Jeffree Star and stuff.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on Jeffree Star?
I hate Jeffree Star.
See, I just think because I'm not into I don't know all the drums. I think he's really interesting.
Enjoy
I think he's an interesting person, but he's had a lot of like scandals as in like racism. And,
I feel like I don't know
all of
any
that
of this.
sort of stuff. And like, there's a lot of things about him blackmailing people.
I feel like we do need to look into this.
Shall we?
I think because we watched the Shane Dawson documentary.
That was very well. I watched that, and that was very like.
It was just crazy to me. It was really crazy.
I think it definitely like got people on the side with Jeffree Star more, but then you kind of like. I feel like you have to look at it as like you can't look past some stuff.
And as well, he probably had a lot of influence of what was being put in that.
Oh, absolutely.
I think he has a lot of money, and I think he's very powerful.
Yeah, I think that's when I first found out how much money he really like was getting.
And just from what I saw with like all the merch stuff that he sells, like other people's merch, I feel like he has a lot of fingers in different ways.
Oh, so many. Yeah.
So he probably has a lot of power in like that in the whole like business side of things as well. So. Yeah, I'm
But-
a massive fan.
So James liked your pictures, and
Yeah.
would you say that was
That
like a
boosted, that
turning
boosted my
point?
following a little bit. Yeah, not the full turning point. I wouldn't say it, but
Right.
it got me off the ground a little bit from having a few hundred followers to having like a couple of thousand,
Mhm.
and people starting to like kind of look at my art a bit more seriously than rather than it just being people like local.
Yeah,
to us
it's
following
branched
me.
out
Yeah,
to people that didn't just know you.
Yeah, and then I say last Halloween is when I really started growing. Like it really picked up.
I just remember watching it. I would check every day, and it would be going up and up, and I'd be like, this
I'd
is
say
crazy.
by like the
exciting.
halfway point last year, like from like day 14, my day 14 one did like really well. It was like a Pennywise one.
Oh,
And then from then on, I was just like growing. Like I was gaining like 500 to 1,000 followers a day. Like I remember literally like it's actually so funny. I looked at my memories this morning because I think I'm gonna hit like 20,000 today. And then I looked at my memories and I hit 4,000 this time last year.
Wow,
like this day
that's
last year.
grown massively between then and now. Then.
Yeah.
But for anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, this is a Halloween month of makeup that you've
31
done
days
for
Halloween.
2 years now.
Everyone's like always waits, and Molly's like 31 days. We're like, yes.
But we were discussing before you got here. We want to know a bit more like, how long does it take you to prep for this
When
month?
are you starting this 31 days? Is it actually on the 1st of October? Or is
No,
it...
they're all, so they're catching up with me now. But like the first look I did was in June. And
My God.
I think I did 2 in June, and then I just like didn't do anything for ages, and then I think I started it off again in September.
Right.
So I think I only had like 12 done. I preferably wanted like half a month done, but that didn't happen. So
So are you doing one like every day now, like for later on in the month?
I'm trying to. I'm only like 2 looks ahead now, which is stressing
quite
me out a little bit.
quite
Yeah, it's like really
scary.
catching up with me now because it means like no days off really.
Right.
Yeah.
And I struggle to do more than one in a day as well because they do take up quite a lot of time.
Yeah.
And even the simple
like,
ones,
how many hours do they take?
between 3 and 6.
Oh my God.
But part of
6
that is like
hours.
taking the photos,
right.
and then like it probably takes me an hour altogether to like take photos and then just like edit them and like stuff like that. And then when I'm doing like, because I'm trying to do like reels and stuff now as well, just to help with engagement and just give people.
This is another thing. Like we're constantly getting new updates on all the different apps.
Yeah.
Do you feel a pressure to keep up with it?
Yeah. 100%.
It's like reels and stuff now. I saw one of your reels got quite a few views there.
It was on my
we said.
recommended page.
Was it?
Yeah, your reel from the other day.
Good.
The Bell one.
Yeah.
I showed it.
That's at least picked up again after posting
It's
it.
amazing. I showed it to my mum, and she was like, "That's amazing, but it's so gross." And I was like,
Yes.
"I know."
It was so good. It was way, honestly, I didn't mean to put that much blood in my mouth. I was like,
What? Can you actually put that in your mouth? You're allowed.
well, you're not meant to, but I saw Abby Roberts, who's like another big makeup artist, do it. So I was like, oh, she did
Just
it.
swirl your
I
mouth
was
out
doing-
afterwards.
Yeah,
it's
no,
fine.
exactly. And it doesn't like
She's
taste
still here
bad
to
or
tell the
anything.
tale.
Exactly.
I was
Exactly.
like, is that actually like fake blood out the bottle? It's like,
Yeah, no, that's fully like, I fully just like squirted it in my mouth. But I couldn't like, it didn't feel like a lot when it was in my mouth. So I just kept squirting, and then because of the angle that my mirror was at, and like, because I had like the mirror on the floor and then the ring light and stuff, I was just kind of squirting it and doing while I feel, and I was like, this must be enough surely.
What I wondered was, did you kind of have one take to do that because you were once that blood was down your face, wouldn't it have ruined?
Yeah, so I did it twice.
Right.
The first time I did it because I was wearing like one of my favourite tops, so I like stuffed loads of tissue like around here. And then when I did it, I hadn't zoomed it in far enough so you could see my tissue, and like, because it's quite like a revealing, the top is like quite revealing, and like literally my boobs are basically out. So I was like, I did it, and I watched it back, and I was like, now you can see like all the tissue, everything.
It's been so frustrating.
It was annoying, but to be honest, like it hadn't really, because there was so much in my mouth the first time as well. I'd done the same mistake twice. It kind of just like fell out. It didn't really dribble down. It just kind of came out my mouth, and most of it went on my tissue. And then the second time I did it, it obviously worked, and I was like, I can't do it again now. But she's like half a bottle of fake blood. I had fake blood like all on my top. Like I got it on my carpet, like I stained my carpet. It was like all over. I had to call my mum up and be like,
Mum, stained my
I got the carpet, and I was like, I couldn't move to go and like spill my mouth up or wash my hands.
You're just like,
I always see those TikToks that are like, and they like put crazy makeup on. They're like, I'm gonna go down and see what my parents say.
Yeah.
I think like, what the hell? Like that's crazy.
Well, my mum's always like coming to like knocking on my door and be like, can I come come and look.
And
like,
that is going to be one of my
don't
questions. What do your family think? What did they think when you first started, and did they support it? And what do they think now with you spending so much of your time doing it?
Yeah, they definitely support it. I think they're a bit concerned, like they want me to get a job and stuff because
Yeah.
they don't have any money. But I sell earrings.
Join
so
the
it's
club,
like,
sister. Join the
give me a
club.
little bit of money.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
we'll talk about that definitely. We want to know a bit
Um,
more about that later.
Yeah, but yeah, no, they're really supportive, especially my mum. My dad is as well. My dad always like talks to my his work people about me. Like, I hear him talking about me, but no, they're really supportive. They always really love it. And like my mum's like literally made an Instagram account just to follow me. She
Oh, that's so sweet.
at dot 6, she likes and saves my posts.
Aww.
It's just really
Her
sweet.
account is just to be your.
No, literally,
your
she
fan.
follows me, Nikki Tutorials, and William and Kate. That's it.
That is so cute.
You're about half. What are we? We're halfway. No, we're a bit more than halfway
Yeah.
through the month. So you've got 11 more days.
Yeah.
Do you
Where'd
have
you
you got
get-
all of
oh,
those
sorry.
planned? No,
So
sorry.
many questions.
I know you're only like 2 days ahead. You say
Yeah.
at the moment, but do you know what those future ones are going to be,
Yeah.
or are you still having to
Not all
make
of
them
them.
up?
I'm still making them up. I honestly still feel like my brain is frazzled from last year, so I was a bit worried about this year. I can't lie, but it does just come to you.
Yeah.
I
Do you get a lot of inspiration of other people?
That's what I was going to ask. Where does the inspiration come from?
Yeah, other people who I follow. I've definitely taken a lot of more inspiration this year than original ideas.
Well, there's only so many Halloween
yeah.
characters, ideas, concepts
Exactly.
out there.
Exactly.
I think the Belle one was really innovative though, like taking a character that isn't really like
yeah.
a scary Halloween one and
Yeah.
flipping it like that.
Because people have been doing Disney princesses and stuff, but I haven't
Dead
seen
Disney
Yeah,
princesses.
but because
oh,
of
right, I'm just normal ones.
yeah, well, yeah, no, they've been doing a lot of dead Disney
Mm.
princesses, and I was trying to think of a way I could do it, and I never posted a photo of that because I didn't like how the photos came out, but I was
Right.
I really like the real, so I posted that. But because I was gonna do one with a special effects rose in the neck, and that was the classic that everyone had been doing regarding Belle
Yeah.
and accidents. But because of the way I take photos, it wouldn't capture what was on my neck. So I was right, I need to think of something else to do. And I was like, that'd be quite
So technically that was, you added yourself another look on top then, another
yeah.
idea to come up because you didn't use it for one of your days.
Yeah, and there's been a couple of days where my one with all the fake eyeballs on
Yeah.
my face.
Yeah.
I'd already done that, but I didn't like how it turned out. I didn't like how I did it.
Yeah.
Oh
my gosh.
So I redid that with hundreds more
Yeah.
eyeballs than I had.
Have you just
originally
scrapped any at all? Like somebody just been like, "Do you know what, this just isn't working."
Yeah, sometimes I'll spend a few hours on my face. I did it the other day on Friday.
Mm.
I spent ages doing a look, and it literally used half of my scar wax I have, and it just didn't work. And I was I had to take it all off and just do something else really
Yeah.
quickly. So I couldn't afford not to do it because I didn't think I wouldn't have been able to do it at the weekend. So I was right, I need to do one.
I feel like it's so much pressure that you've decided to do it yourself, and you've got to stick with it and do it. And obviously, it helped you so much last year, and it's helped you so much this year.
I know I'd regret it if I
If you
missed it
didn't,
there.
yeah. Because it's a month is a long time though. That's a lot of looks to have to come up with. And I remember back in the day, when the YouTubers would be doing a Christmas month, what was that called?
Vlogmas.
Vlogmas, and they would go on about how it's so difficult to come up with interesting ideas every day, and I'm sure you can relate to that now, having to come up with something new.
It's really it's quite draining.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
not even gonna lie, even just trying to think of ideas for the podcast.
For the
it's quite
podcast,
draining.
yeah,
We do
it
once
is
a
hard.
week,
It is
you just
hard.
have to I write stuff down in a notebook when I think
Yeah.
about it, and then sometimes once I've got one idea down, it's just a bit of a
Yeah.
snowball. But sometimes things just don't work, or you go around I have loads of stuff in my notebook that I'm just don't really want to do that anymore. I'm just not really feeling it. I do have to feel inspired before I do a look, otherwise it's just not going to work. If I don't feel inspired and wanting to do it, it's not going to turn out great.
Yeah.
So I'm just taking a lot of inspiration day by day now, from what I see from my people I follow.
Well, I'm just thinking now this video is going to go up after you've finished, so by then I just wonder how many followers you're going to have by then, because this will be a couple of weeks.
So how many is it a day? So at the moment,
At the
or does it
moment,
vary?
at the moment I'm getting about 500 a day.
It's just mind blowing,
Crazy.
isn't it?
I managed to get one a week.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's actually mental.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So like, what is your setup when you're photographing, when you're filming?
When I'm filming, I have I use an ironing board as a table.
Mm-hmm.
I
See, this is just how it is.
Yeah,
So.
I stick a bit of card behind me with blue tack to my wall, so I have like a coloured background.
Good idea.
And then I have a ring light and I have 2 LED lights for when I'm filming. And then when I take pictures, it's literally a ring light in front of me and then my back camera on portrait mode with me sticking my hand out, like taking it like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering whether you had a camera or you're using your iPhone.
No, I do use a camera when I film. I use my brother's camera because he has quite a good one, so I use that then. But other than that,
yeah,
it's very
good now.
They are good.
Yeah.
But they always come out so well.
Yeah, I definitely do it on portrait mode. Portrait mode makes a big difference.
The clarity on your face. Is really good.
Yeah, it picks stuff up way better.
So I'll be interested to see like how much you grow by the end of this month. That'll be really good.
Same.
I know. I
I
love
feel like
the
it's like
updates.
crazy that all these people are like watching you do things.
I do and I don't. I think I feel a bit like it's quite hard to like when it's just like numbers. It's quite difficult to like
hard to
picture.
comprehend, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite hard to picture it as like people. Well, it's not hard to picture it as people. You know what I mean? It
We
doesn't
know,
feel,
don't
it's
we,
not
Ella?
quite like
With all our fans.
With all of our 50 subscribers, whatever we're on, 61,
62.
So we understand the fame. And
I'm
after
tired.
Halloween's over, do you think you'll take a break, or are you just?
I see.
Just be
I
less
always feel
consistent.
torn because I want to be consistent because that's how I grow. And like obviously like during the year, I don't think this year I've been particularly consistent. And I've kind of honestly like I grew up until a point last Halloween and then I stopped and I didn't really grow during the year. So I do kind of want to work on that this year and see if I can change the times on that a little bit.
Right. Well, we'll be going into like party season, like Christmas, so there should be some like opportunities for some cool things to happen then.
So we want to know. So you obviously had a few brand deals, a few
Some big ones and
some sneaky deals going on.
Yeah.
So where did it start? What was the first thing that happened?
So I think I don't know what this brand is called. It was like a random, you know those like retailers online that sell like lots of different things.
Yeah.
It was like one of those like groups, and they sent me like an Urban Decay palette,
Oh,
and
okay.
that was my first thing I ever got sent.
What did they just message you and be like, "We want to send you this free set"?
Yeah, basically they're just like we're interested in like gifting.
How do you know when it's
Subscribe.
real or when it's just
This
annoying
is what I
people?
always think, because obviously if I was to get a message on Instagram from someone, I
You're
obviously
just
ignore
like,
them because I'm
yeah.
like, no one wants to work with me on my Instagram. So where do you know, like, I guess you had nothing to lose, did you?
I
Like,
guess
No.
when it's an actual shop, like it's an
Yeah,
actual
and I feel like when brands like professionally speaking, I think it's more professional when people email you over DM you on Instagram. I don't, because I do get a lot of DMs, especially like this Halloween month. I get a lot of smaller brands DMing me, and I'd much rather. I don't always reply to DMs. I take
probably have
emails
quite a
more
lot.
seriously. And even then, like I have brands email you that you're like, this isn't really like a great deal. Like you're wanting a lot.
So you're turning people away.
Yeah.
Wow.
You have to, because I think you have to like value your work. But yeah, that was like the first palette I ever got.
Yeah, go ahead.
For sure though, I think anything in the art or any kind of artistic industry, you do have to know your worth. Because people, it's easy to take advantage.
Oh,
Some people, I definitely feel like when people don't understand how much hard work it is,
Time and effort and
and
money.
they're like, "Oh, why don't you just do it for free?" We're just
Like,
"We
for a
can't
photographer,
do it."
like,
pay
oh,
the bills.
yeah.
no, exactly.
Like
So-
you would pay someone else to do it, so why wouldn't you pay me to do it? Like,
Exactly.
just as on your
And sometimes, like, yeah, I do like take stuff. I get stuff all the time as gifts, but I think it's when they expect something in return that you to be like, there's some brands that be like, okay, we'll give you this one thing and you have to do an IGTV, yes, 3 swipe up things, like da da da, and it's like
Just for one product.
Yeah, and like I'd rather like just not have the product, and, because it's very time consuming. But yeah, that was like my first PR thing, and then I think like the first main one I got was Anastasia Beverly Hills. That was like that was like
so
big.
how did that? Was that a message that you got from them, or did you have to like? I don't know how it works. If you have to like apply for anything like that, like
No, you don't usually have to apply for things like that. I think some brands might. They did like a big PR search. It was like a big thing on like Twitter and in the community, and it kind of like spiraled other brands to do the same.
Right.
Yeah, so they emailed me, but they had a big PR search on Twitter and stuff, and you like would send them like your looks.
I think that's what I remember.
Yeah,
right.
It's kind of basically just people like spamming them.
Right, to show them their work.
Yeah, but I was like, you know what, I'll do the same. You know, I was quite small at the time. I was still like, it was before Halloween. I had like 3,000 followers maybe. But yeah, anyway, I got an email from them being like, you made it on the list. It was
I
like,
feel like I would scream.
Yeah,
because they're so big. They're huge, like worldwide,
at the
well
time,
known.
I was like, what? Like, I saw the email and I didn't believe it. Like, I didn't think it was real. I had to send it to like another girl who I knew who was on the list. I was like, is this
legit?
real?
Yeah.
Like, is this legit? Because obviously there were people faking emails, but like
Yeah.
I always check the email address when I get brand emails just to be like, is this legit or not? You can usually tell.
Yeah, it'll be like
Celebrity
if it's at gmail.com, it's probably, unless it's like a small brand, it's not real. If it's like from a big brand, it will be like their brand or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And then they sent you, if I remember correctly, it was a big package.
Yeah,
it had
huge,
loads in, didn't it?
Huge, honestly. Like, I think it was like £5,000 worth of makeup.
Yeah, it was.
It was like pretty much the whole collection.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
It was massive.
Like more than like any
what I did.
Honestly, I remember seeing the video because you did like a big flat lay of just the whole thing, and it was like, whoa, this is big. And I think anyone that knew you at that point was just so impressed.
Yeah.
And it was it's just one of those moments where you're just like happy, like people you know like doing well, and it's just exciting.
Yeah. No, that was very exciting. So it was my first like big thing as well. So I was like, oh my god.
Well, and as you said earlier as well, when things like this happen, people begin to take you more seriously. And if they see you're working with a brand like that, that's going to inspire other brands to want to work with you.
And that's when people start like following you because you're like, oh well, they're with this brand, so obviously they're like a big deal. You know what I mean? Like,
no, but it's true because we all do that. We all see someone's connected to a different brand, and we're like, oh, they're worth, like, it's not the right. It's like they're worthy of my follow kind of thing. It gives you like the seal of approval, doesn't it?
That's
so they were like, they were your big. And are you still in like collaboration with them now?
I still get like a lot of, not every new release, but most of them. But yeah, they haven't been releasing things the same recently though. Because they kind of had like a big spell last year where they were like releasing like one thing after the other, and now it's kind of died down a little bit. But yeah, now I work with like quite a few brands, and I get a lot from Morphe.
I was about to say Morphe is one of your other.
I get like a lot. Like I get something at least monthly from Morphe, if not
so
more.
exciting. New, like, will it be just like one new project that they've just launched?
Morphe what's in Nottingham?
Yeah.
No, so
crazy.
So it's like, I love Morphe, like they're one of my favourite brands, and because they work with like people outside of their own brand as well.
Yeah, that's
why
like
we
we
love
love
Bay and stuff.
Well, exactly. We like going in the one in Nottingham. Not that we have a clue when we're in there what we're doing, but anyway, we like to go in anyway because they've got like we get to see all of our like favourite YouTubers' faces, and like it's a bit more of a novelty, but I quite like.
They're really nice in there.
Well, they work with me. Yeah, they're lovely. They're
That's
always
so nice.
like, when I go in the one in Birmingham, they're always, because whenever I've been in the one in Birmingham, I'm always like fresh out of uni, like looking like.
I was going to
Oh my God,
say.
do you ever go like, you send me free things? Like, I'm your boss. No.
What did I say?
No, but yeah, they're free.
They send you things consistently.
Yeah, consistently, because they have like a program called like Morphe Glam Fam.
Right.
Okay.
Which is like, there's quite a few people on it. Like, I have a code with that and stuff like that. I don't earn money from it, but you get like a monthly almost. It's almost like a subscription box, but it's not like they put you on it, and then you kind of get like new releases, but maybe a little bit after they've been released, because it's not like the normal PR list where like the bigger influencers get things like before they're out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do kind of get everything eventually.
Do they expect you to do things with those products, or are you just being sent them?
You just get sent them. I usually try to put stories on things. I don't always put stories on things because I kind of just like, I leave it to the side and then I just kind of forget to do it, and then I'm just like, I just leave it.
There's so much.
So much. But
where do you keep it all? Like, do you have like a massive cabinet or something?
yeah, I have two sets of drawers inside my wardrobe. I have actually just like recently had like a big clear out because it's just too much. I've got like some stuff that I want to do like a giveaway for, and I've got like a pile of things to give to friends if you guys want anything.
I don't know what anything is, but I have it.
Okay, we need a lesson.
Oh my
We
God,
do.
we do actually need a lesson.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I have a few drawers full and a couple of makeup bags full.
Wow.
Mm.
I
I literally have one makeup bag and it's not even full. Like, I don't know.
Mine's just full of stuff from so long ago. We won't get into that.
I remember you brought your makeup bag over. I was like, Ellie,
What
why
is
is it?
all of
You
this
don't even
stuff?
wear it. Like, what? How do you have this much stuff?
No, we have makeup on today because we were like, we have to
Yeah,
get
we were like,
for
oh my
Molly
God.
to come over.
We have to.
She'll put us to shame. So yeah, you're working with all these amazing people, getting their support behind you.
I was like, am I allowed to tell Ellie? And you're like, yeah. And I was like, oh my God, Ellie, guess what?
On the day that went live, everyone I knew was just like
Wow.
so like wow and excited about it. Nikki
Yeah,
tutorials,
Nikki.
the Nikki tutorials.